next game, and this is going to be a game between two teams and going in two different directions. You got a Panthers team that's 0-5 straight up, and they're 0-5 against the spread. Then you have a Dolphins team that's 4-1 and 4-1 against the spread. The Dolphins come in here with another double-digit spread this week with the 13.5. This matches my number as well too that I had as well at 13.5 for the Dolphins coming into this game this week, over under 48 as well. Because you know what, everybody is gonna. This is the Dolphins or the cherry pick for the cherry on top of my chalky parlay come Sunday. You know that, Jeff, and we can name the 14 for you right now. You know it's going to be the Panthers. It's going to be it's going to be the Panthers. It's going to be, I'm looking at the schedule now. It's going to be the Panthers. It's going to be the 49ers. It's going to be the Rams. And it's going to probably be, I would say, the Bills. These are all going to be four teams that people are going to feel are guaranteed winners come Sunday. But one of them is going to lose. So which one will it be? That's the question. But when I look at the Panthers, I say to myself, don't get on Bryce's case so hard. He's in a situation where he's playing with the worst type of lineup he's ever played with in his life. I just really feel bad for the kid that he got picked number one by the Panthers with the idea that he could be the leader of their franchise moving forward. And that's what they saw him as, because he was the best leader out of all the quarterbacks that came into this year's draft. And that's what a lot of people were looking at. Let's find the leader. You know what I mean? You want the Tom Brady's of the world. You want the Peyton Mannings of the world. Guys that are going to lead your team. They're going to be the extension of the head coach on the field. And I feel like, you know what? He's been a good student. But Frank Reich is a bad coach. Let's just keep it real. And the Carolina Panthers are not the type of organization that really knows how to build a roster from the bottom on up. Not since Jerry Richardson was there. Jerry Richardson was one of our rare owners that was an owner that really knew how to build football teams and really put teams together that are going to always play hard. You know, he made sure he had the people in place for that. But the Panthers seem like a kumbaya situation now. Like they're just trying to get by with just doing the right thing instead of just doing what helps their team win. And I'm looking at the numbers now. Bryce's numbers are not that bad. He's thrown for 750 yards. He has 5 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. This is the stat that stands out the most. He's probably the most sacked quarterback as well, too. He's been sacked 12 times, Jeff. And that means that he's not getting any type of protection for this gig at all. And it's not really his fault. This is what I keep trying to tell people is that, you know, you guys can have as many jokes as you want to about Bryce being this short quarterback and all this stuff, but the kid can play. The guy is a gamer. And if you would have had him on your Patriots, I'm telling you right now, your Patriots wouldn't be 1-4. Because Belichick is the perfect type of coach for a Bryce, because he comes from Patriot type programs, modern day, best program in America. Alabama, best program in America. And then you go to the Carolina Panthers, bottom of the barrel of the NFL. It's a total opposite change. If he would have went to, say, a team like, who else was drafted in the top? If he would have been able to get to Indianapolis, that would have been a better look for him. Even if he would have been able to get to Texas, that would have possibly been a better look for him. But just all in all, having to play for the Carolina Panthers at this point of the Carolina Panthers franchise is an utter disaster for this kid. But hopefully they can turn that thing around over there step by step. The Dolphins, let's keep it real. They're one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the AFC, in my opinion. Yeah, I know they got popped by the Bills, but how many times have they been popped by the Bills up in Buffalo? We know the story. You know, we know that they can't win up there. And it happens. So pretty much the Dolphins, we know that this is going to be a tough test for the Panthers. We know the Dolphins are going to come in here with the right attitude that they can't take this team, that they got to take this team seriously. But we'll see. We'll see, because the Dolphins might be reading the press clippings again this week, and it could get a little murky because they got a little cute against the Giants. The Giants just were kind of just already overwhelmed, so they weren't able to get back in this game. But if the Panthers go in here with the idea that, you know what, it's us against the world, anything can happen. That's why I'm willing to take the Panthers with the plus 13.5 this week, because I trust a desperate team more than a team that knows where they're headed to.
My true number was 14 with a 48, down to 13.5 with a 48.5. Vegas has this peg 31-17. Can the Panthers get to 17 is my first big question. If so, can they get to 20, 21? They're not going to go in here and try to match Miami pound for pound here in the area assault of Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Devin Achane, who I have everywhere. My diamond in the rough, rookie of the year, out for a couple weeks, might have to go onto the IR as well. I look for a very business-like Dolphins team. Like last week, they were playing a lot of grab ass pops. They knew they had the game at hand. A couple brain farts by Tua, but they took care of business when they had to. Dolphins win, of course. I bought the hook, took the Panthers up to that key number of 14. We'll take 15, 16, or 17 to beat me. I'll go on record here. Miami 30, Miami 27, and I'm going to go Panthers 17, and I'll take the cover.
And you know what? This could be the type of game that winds up being one of the bigger upsets of the year if you overlook it too hard. You know what I mean? That's why I keep saying, like, yeah, you can't treat these NFL teams like they're in college. You know what I mean? Because any given Sunday, guys, any given Sunday. Because you know, we don't know what defense could give two of the most headaches for in a season. And we've seen it happen before, Jeff, where the great Peyton Manning would struggle against maybe one of the worst teams in the league because that day they decided to play some defense, you know what I mean, and play some good defense, and the Colts didn't see that coming. So it is what it is.